What's going on, everybody? Miss Mara here, and I am back after I don't know if you would call it a hiatus. I don't think it was long enough to be a hiatus, but after a fair length of time. So, long story short, my life's been kind of messy the past few weeks. So, I don't want to go into too much personal information, but either way, I am back now. And you know what? It was pretty good timing too. Because when I come back, not only do I see that Colorado was added to American Truck Sim, but the Freightliner Cascadia has been added too. So, that was a pretty good coming back surprise that I noticed. I know I've been making Euro truck videos and not American truck videos, but I think in a previous video or 2 or 3, or I don't know how many, I mentioned that some of the conditions about American truck would have been I was waiting for Colorado and I was really wanting them to add the Cascadia, and what do you know, within like a month's time they do both of them. So this is my new Cascadia. I really like this truck a lot. I think the aerodynamics of it are really neat. I know typically they're made for box trailers or reefer trailers and stuff, but I like to see what I'm carrying, so I have my little boy here. Oh hey look, there's another Cascadia sitting there. Is it rocking? Why is it rocking? It's rocking back and forth. Huh, I guess, is the trailer doing it too? I don't know. Weird. Huh. Anyway, mine's not doing it, is it? No, mine's still. Anyway, enough distractions. This is going to be... they added cabin accessories too. What do you know? Like on December 3rd, it said on the Steam store. Yeah, so I got my spearmints up there in the holder, because I like mints. I got a little mug down there, got an air freshener there, got my bag on the floor down there. Got the cooler, which in Euro Truck was in between the seats. I really wish it was still there and not there, but oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. Got my little pillow and a blanket. I could have added stuff on top of the fridge. I could have added stickers. I could have put something in the seat. There was a few more options, but given the options available, I didn't feel I liked any of it. I just picked some of the things that I liked. And I don't know if you can see it there. My dream catcher. Let me see if yeah, you could probably see it better from this angle, up in the right there. I put the dream catcher in the middle. So, I mean, I'm not typically the type of person that would have a dream catcher in their house or anything, but given the options, it looked like the most cool, practical thing that I liked, so I went with it. But anyway, this is going to be a lengthy trip because I feel like a good coming back video needs a long, lengthy presentation to get your, like a season premiere, or well, like a season re-premiere. I don't know. It feels like I've been gone so long that I forgot. Like for a while I forgot I was even doing this. Like my mind was in so many other places.
Time to hit the road.
But and I figured with this game, well, maybe with Euro Truck too, I'm not sure, I'm going to switch to automatic transmission because I'm just not... I can't talk and shift at the same time. I have to sacrifice one of them because I just can't do it. I'm not a multitasker very well. But for those of you that may notice, there is no webcam on this video. Like the previous, I don't know how many I did with the webcam. since I got it. The webcam's not broke or anything. I've just had so many things going on in my life lately. I've been too busy. I've been too tired. I just haven't had the time or the energy to do any YouTube. And whenever I came close to doing it, I didn't feel like looking presentable and finding, you know, like a YouTube appropriate top to wear. And, you know, it just wasn't there. So I decided I'm probably just going to take the webcam off for now until a later time. I feel like I can be more productive and make more videos on a regular basis if I don't have the webcam, because, well, like I mentioned, you know, I gotta make sure I look presentable, gotta make sure I'm wearing appropriate clothing, because, I mean, in the interest of full transparency here, when I'm not doing anything and I'm just laying around the house, I mean, I'm not usually wearing, I mean, I'm wearing pretty casual pajamas, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like I can make, like, if I just wake up in the morning and the first thing I feel like doing is making a video, you know, I don't have to worry about making sure I'm all presentable and things. I can just kind of come over to the computer and start making one. And oh, I forgot this is a one-way.
Rerouting.
Yeah, I moved my my company's garage from LA to Denver.
Go straight on.
Whoop. You know, it's another thing about manual transmissions I do not miss is having to remember to hold the clutch in when I stopped, or else it was going to stall the engine. I hated that. Clear? Okay. So, this is my new company garage here. So, I mean, it looks just like the one that was in LA, you know, it's just in Denver now. I still have the one in LA, I didn't sell it.
Go straight on and then keep left.
I've got too many trucks. Like, I've got a Mack, I got 2 Kenworths. I don't have a Peterbilt, do I? Or do I? No, I don't. I used to. And then I've also got the Western Star truck that they released not too long ago, like right before I quit making videos because of an unforeseen family event that came up. I noticed that they've released a Western Star truck for this game, and I played around with it a little bit, and I came close to making a video with it, but then everything happened, and so I wasn't able to. And it really wasn't that great of a truck anyway. Like, there wasn't, like, it was a day cab variant only. There wasn't the kind that I like to have with the sleeper cab and stuff. And so,
keep left.
but now they got the Freightliner Cascadia in here. My favorite truck in the whole wide world. Whenever I see one in real life, I'm just in awe of how, you know, of course, and opinions are subjective to individuals. You know, one person might look at this truck and think it's the ugliest truck in the world, but to me, it's the most beautiful. It's just so sleek and aerodynamic, and especially if it's got the aero kit on it, it looks so low to the ground, and I just really like them whenever I see them. So, I'm very happy that they finally added it to the game. I was, you know, SCS has their issues with getting licensing for different brands and things. Certain brands of trucks have been reluctant, at least in years past anyway, they were reluctant to give them the license to make the vehicle. But I'm happy to see that more brands apparently are getting on board with it, because lately they've added more trucks, like, in a short period of time. Like, it was the Mack and then the Western Star, and now this. Like, they've added trucks compared to the rate that they used to. They've added trucks in a very short period of time, so I think more companies are more open to the game now. The game's more popular, been around a while, and they're starting to see that it's not all that bad. So that's good. Because for a while I was almost hopeless. I was like, no, they'll probably never have the Cascadia in there. It's too nice of a truck. It's too new. Freightliner will never sign it over. You know, it's a long lost hope. But, surprise, surprise, it's here. And I is one very happy trucker. Because before this, I was driving my W900 pretty much the entire game. Well, not the entire game, because when the game first came out, the W900 wasn't there. It got added. It was the first truck that got added, I think, after the original 2 that started the game out. And any truck that they released afterwards, you know, the Volvo, the Mac, it didn't matter. I drove them. I liked them a little bit. Put, you know, 1,000 or so, you know, did like maybe 3 or 4 trips with them, and then I was done with them. Because nothing came close to how much I liked my W900. And I'm not going to get rid of the W900 just because I have this. I mean, I'll still use it because it's still a great truck and I still love it. But this will be my new main truck without a doubt because I love this truck in real life. And I'm very pleased with the interior of it. Because other trucks, I mean, I know they're modeled after the real thing, but I really like how this truck is on the inside. Wasn't terribly a big fan of the Western Star. Wasn't a terribly big fan of the international truck they added, or the Mac. Well, the Mac was okay on the interior, but the what's it called? The Kenworth T680 or something. I really like the looks of that truck on the outside, but on the inside, not a fan. Not a fan at all. And it's the exact opposite with the Peterbilt, what's it called, 579. It's the exact opposite. I love the excuse me. I love the interior, but I'm not a big fan of the exterior. So, you know. But, yeah, this truck has it all, as far as I'm concerned. It's got a good interior, got a good exterior, it's got just the right amount of modifications, it's got the aero kits and everything. Even though I didn't add them on the rear, because the aero kits on the rear just didn't look like, I don't know, like I wanted to, but then it's one of those things where I wanted to do it because of what I've seen in real life, but then when I put it in the game, based on like the truck I was designing, it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't. I just ended up taking it off, so. But this is only like the, I want to say this is only the second trip I've done with this truck because I did one test to test it. I did it was like a 200-mile trip. It was a little short little trip to test it and see how much horsepower it really had. See if I really liked it for, you know, hauling like 40,000 pounds or whatever. Which, that's not what we're doing now. These forklifts aren't 40,000 pounds, but I'm gonna get in the other lane. Come on. There you go. Oh, the speed limit's only 35? Oh. Well, no wonder everybody's going so slow. Well, how come this lane's going like 55, 60, and the other one's only going... Oh, truck's 35. Okay. That sign said truck's 35. Oh. Well, I'm special. I'm gonna go as fast as I want. I don't know. Usually the truck speed limit is appropriate. Usually it's, usually I don't have a problem with it. Maybe like a little faster, like 5 miles an hour faster usually, but usually I don't have a problem with the truck speed limit. But, otherwise, like going through town and stuff, I just go the speed that if it was real life, the speed that I would feel comfortable going on that road. Depending on where the road is, how many turns it has, just whatever speed I would be comfortable going down the road is the speed I go. And right now I'm just coasting. I haven't had my foot on the gas for minute, because we're just going downhill right now. But, well, now I gotta put it in the gas a little bit. But, yeah, so, I mean, I just go whatever speed I want to go. Now, I know in real life that obviously, you know, wouldn't fly. If I was a real trucker, I'd have to obey the rules or else I'd get my ass fired, you know what I mean? So, that's different, but it's a game. Even realistic games have to be gamified just a little bit. I like realism. I like it a lot. I like simulators and whatnot, but every once in a while you gotta break that fourth wall a little bit, you know? That's just my opinion, of course. I know there's people that are even more hardcore about simulation than me, to the point that they will not break any rule at all, to the point where they want the entire thing, like literally top to bottom, to be the most realistic thing. And that's just too much for me. I mean, when I was a teenager and I had my friends and we were gamers, I was the one, like out of the whole group, I was the one that wanted the most realistic experience in a game. But I guess compared to other people out there, I'm in the minor leagues and they're in the major leagues, I guess. I'm just glad that I can finally move my company out of LA. I know there were other options, you know, there was Utah, Idaho. You know, I knew there were other places, but none of them seemed to satisfy me. Because I am well, this game is stuck permanently in summertime pretty much. So like there's no seasons and stuff. But if there were seasons, I'm a winter person. I like the fall, winter, and spring seasons. More so on the fall and the winter than the spring. Summer is no. Just no. Nope. I don't like summer at all. So being in LA and California and by Nevada and stuff and having the desert and all that, nope. Nope. That ain't me at all. I do not belong there. I belong in a place like Colorado, where, I mean, well, it depends on where you are in Colorado, because I think Colorado, in the parts that are not super elevated, that there are deserts in Colorado. But if you go to the mountainous areas, they have a lot of snow in the winter, and that would be my home sweet home, right there. So when I saw that they were, which I knew they were going to be going to Colorado soon, even before they announced it, because I mean, if you just look at the map and the direction that they're going, you know, Colorado was going to be coming around soon. So when they announced it, I was very happy. And I had a pretty good feeling that, I mean, I wasn't 100% certain, of course, but I had a pretty good feeling that once they added it, I was going to be moving my games business to Colorado. And at that point, I would start to make at least a few videos on the game. Little did I know they were going to add the Cascadia soon afterward to make me even more motivated to make videos on the game. So yeah, I went to Denver, and then there was another one. There was another garage that I almost got instead of the Denver one. I forgot what town it was in. Was it Colorado Springs? Maybe? I don't know. See, I like to pick my games garage based on a few things. Based on like how many businesses are around it to take jobs from. Based on if there's a mechanic and a gas station nearby. Like, because there's sometimes you can have a garage, but there's no mechanic in that town. Like, you have to go over to the next town to have a mechanic. And it's like, what? It's like, no, if I want to, you know, customize my truck or I want to fix it or something, I shouldn't have to drive to the next town to do that. The gas station is, that's optional because you can put the gas pump at your garage if you have to talk to your garage. So that's, that's different, but I didn't need to have that. But this cruise control button on this wheel does not want to work anymore. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Alright, got it to work. Even though... yeah, it just doesn't want to work anymore. It seems to pick and choose when it wants to work. I'm pressing it in the same spot and it just picks and chooses when it wants to work. At some point in, well, I really don't want to put a date on it, but I'm gonna say probably February or March, I might have a new computer. And around the same time I might, this is a big might, but I might have a VR headset. Because I thought, because even before issues came around a few weeks ago, I was already pondering the thought of turning the webcam off for American Truck, not necessarily for Train Simulator, but for American Truck and Euro Truck, and having a VR headset instead. Because I feel like that would be the most immersive experience and the best overall presentation is to have a VR headset for this game. And for Flight Simulator when I finally get to play that, hopefully. Train Sim, on the other hand, there's no point in having a VR headset for that game. Even if you could, there's really no point to do it. So, probably still use the webcam for that. And like if I ever play like a third person over the shoulder, action adventure game or RPG or something in the future, probably do a webcam for that. Because I guess if I'm not doing VR, then there's really no reason not to have the webcam, aside from the fact that I mentioned earlier about having to look presentable and things. Because there's just some days when I just don't feel like it. There's just some days, everybody has those days. You get up and you're just like, nope, today's not the day. Today's not the day to do, XYZ, whatever. And today was one of those days. I knew I wanted to make a video soon because I noticed a couple days ago about the Cascadia and the Colorado and everything. But when I got up today, I was just like, nope, I'm not doing the webcam. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not in the mood, don't have the energy, I got the time. I'm not doing anything today. It's just the fact that I just don't have the energy to, and that's another thing. I gotta make sure the area behind me, isn't cluttered with crap. And because this room I'm in is like a spare room / office / whatever, and it's a small room, I've usually got stuff in here. I basically treat it like an extended closet because I don't have storage space in this house. I think I'm gonna have to make like a corner of my garage, if I can, like a little corner of it, like a square, like 4 square feet or 5 square feet or something, just for like boxes and totes and things, because I just don't have the space in this house.
Keep left.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate that little beeper thing. I wish I could turn it off. Like have the little pop-up thing come up,
Okay. Let's find a new route.
But I want that little beeper thing to be turned off. I want it off so bad. I hate it. 53,000 pounds. Yeah, I have no idea what this truck weighs, like, itself without the trailer or anything. I mean, I can imagine it probably doesn't weigh as much as the W900 does. At least I wouldn't think it would. Sorry. But, yeah, I don't know if I ever talked about that in a previous Euro Truck video, but I found out that if you press the 5 key, it does a quick little view for backing up and stuff. So I thought that was really handy, because before I was moving the mouse over and everything. 75. Oh, you know what? That's another reason why I wanted to go to automatic transmission, was because with the automatic transmission I can go up to a 7-speed. Because with the manual I had to have the 6-speed, because my shifter that comes with my steering wheel was only a 6-speed. Well, I suppose if I really wanted to, I could have put a 7-speed on it, but it would have been the reverse. But then I wouldn't have been able to back up, so what would the point of that been? There's a Peterbilt 5.7. That was my first truck in this game. I had like 100,000 miles on it before I finally got rid of it and switched over to the W900 completely. I guess in a way I kind of regret getting rid of it, but I mean, I know I wouldn't drive it, so I guess maybe, I don't know what the point would be. Unlike Euro Truck 2, this is my original profile for this game. So if I had kept that truck, I mean, it would have had the first, probably like 130,000 miles that I ever put on in the game. My W900's got, oh gosh, probably like 40-some thousand. What are you doing? Oh, well, that's a bit of a problem. I'm glad I switched lanes. I have no idea what the average gas mileage for this truck is. Like, I really have no idea. With my W900, I could tell you, between 4, 5, and 6 miles a gallon on the average trip, somewhere in that area. With this one, I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's worse.
Right.
I can't imagine that it's worse. I would hope that it's not worse. But though I did notice that it has a smaller fuel tank. That is one thing about it that I don't like, is that it has a smaller fuel tank. The W900 as well as the T680 and some other trucks, they all have 300-gallon tanks, or 300-gallon tanks for the max option. This one only has 240. It only has 240 as the max option. When I noticed that, I was like, huh. Okay. I mean, that's how it is in real life. If that's how Freightliner does it, I mean, they have to do what the real truck is. But I didn't know that about the real truck, so I was a little surprised by that. And just slow down a little bit. Oh, and I absolutely love the horn on this thing. It sounds like a train. It sounds like a train. I wish my car in real life had that kind of horn. That would be awesome. Yeah, I've seen Freightliner Cascadias, but I've never heard one honk. So I had no idea they had a horn like that. So that's probably my favorite part about this whole truck, is the horn. It's such a great horn. And I don't need an air horn to put on the roof or anything. That's just the standard horn, I think. So, yep.
Keep left.
Me and this cruise control button are gonna have a fight. Because it'll gladly work if I want to turn it off. But if I want to turn it on, oh no, it wants to fight with me. That was that a, yeah, that was a Peterbilt. What do they call it? Is it the 389? Yeah, I think it's the 389. It's been a while since I played this game. When this game first came out, I played it religiously. Because it was the American version and I was so happy, but there were so many little things about it that I didn't like that I ended up going back to Euro Truck. But, now that the Cascadia is here, that might change. That might change. I'm still going to have an issue parking, of course, like I always do. Backing up the trailer and stuff. I'm always going to have that problem with American trucks because they got longer noses and can't cut corners and things. But maybe with time and practice, I'll get better. I do not believe we are in Colorado anymore. I think we might be in Idaho. Where are we going? Idaho. Yeah, we're going to Idaho. I think we may be in Idaho now at this point. I don't remember seeing a, welcome to Idaho sign or anything, so. But overall though, I am happy to be back making videos. I'm just not going to have the webcam probably very much for a while. But I am glad to be back making stuff because I did start to miss it. And I know that my channel is very small, but I'm hoping with time it grows. I heard something recently about the YouTube policy that, I didn't double check into this, but I heard something about how they were going to start putting advertisements on people's videos, even if they weren't in the partner program. Which of course I'm not, my channel's too small to be in that, but I heard that they were going to start doing that. If that's true, that's kind of bogus. But it's one of those situations where there's so many people, when so many people rely on a specific company for something, and there's so many people now that make a living with it, for better or worse, YouTube's basically in a position they can do whatever they want, and people are just going to eat it. So, like I said, I didn't double check into that or anything, but I heard something about that. Basically, I don't know if it's true, but it wouldn't surprise me. We'll put it that way. If it's true, it would not surprise me. This thing has an engine brake, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not very loud. Oh, it's so nice having an automatic transmission. It's so nice. There, finally, get out of the way. We are still a little over 250 miles away from our destination. This is a long video. Compared to what my usual is, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe close to 40 minutes. This one's going to be a little over that. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought he was going to turn into somewhere.
Go straight on.
Come on, green light. Come on. Come on. No. You know, traffic lights in this game, they're not consistent because sometimes the light will go from green to red and then the arrow will kick on, which is what this one's going to do, I think. Other times, the arrow will kick on first, and then after the arrow turns red, the light will change. Which is what I was hoping was going to happen with this one, but apparently not. There we go.
Keep right.
Okay, back on the highway. Oop. Oh boy. I had my momentum going and everything, and now I had to stop. The on and off ramps of this game really are not like real American on and off ramps. At least none that I've ever been on. You usually have way more room than that. And another thing is usually the driver in the right lane, even if it's a trucker, if they notice by the timing that you're not going to be in front of them or behind them, they'll move over to the other lane. So you have room to merge. This game, they don't do that. This game, they act like the thing's not even there. But it's whatever. There, cruise control wanted to work that time on the first click. I just love this truck so much. It just looks so cool, and so it looks almost futuristic. It's like an in-between. It's like a modern, it's like a little bit of modern and a little bit of future kind of blended together. Sun in my face.
Keep left.
Looks like we're getting 6.2 mpg on average. I wonder what that mile per hour thing underneath it is. Is that like my average speed? Stupid cruise control. Work. That can't be my average speed. It'd be moving all over the place if that was my average speed, wouldn't it?
Keep left.
I don't know. I'm still fiddling with the menus on this truck. Is that my... now see, is that my total miles or is that my trip miles? That's too blurry. I can't even tell what that says. There's my engine hours. Oh, I see. There's my... Yeah, there's the trip mileage at the top there. I don't know if that's too blurry for you guys to see or not. It's barely readable for me. I know the video doesn't make it even as clear as what I see, so if I can barely read it, you guys probably can't either. But sun in them face. I think I might be part vampire for real. Because whenever I go outside and the sun's in my face, I almost instinctively want to hiss at it. Wow, we're getting some frame rate jiggles there. Oh, I'll be so happy when it gets Nuke and Pooper. Yeah, wants me to get in the right lane? Okay. I discovered a Kenworth truck
Keep
dealer.
left.
Why did it want me to get in this lane? I should have just stayed in the middle. Come on. Get up to speed. If I was hauling 45,000 pounds, it'd be a nightmare. But I'm only, what was it, like 17,500 for the forklifts? I gotta stop messing with the screen and pay attention to the road. 80? Okay. Seems a little high, but alright.
Keep right, and then turn right.
We're averaging 6.2 mpg, so yeah. It'll probably be maybe
Turn
just a
right.
little better than the W900 maybe. I mean, it's certainly more aerodynamic than the W900 was. Okay. Nobody in the middle. The AI sometimes, they don't know what they're doing. It's nighttime. It's dark. I do not like to drive in the dark. I like to drive in overcast weather. Like, I want the sun to be out, but I don't want the sun to be in my face. I want the sun to be hidden by a thick layer of clouds of an overcast. That's what I like. It's kind of like if the sun had a filter, like, you know, it's still light, like a lampshade. Yeah, like a lampshade. You know, you got the bulb, but the bulb's not exposed because it's too bright, right? So you put the lampshade on so that it dims it a little bit, makes it so it doesn't stare you right in the face. The overcast is like a lampshade to the sun to me. So, I mean, this isn't too dark. I mean, it's still light out. It's just, wow, those are some really realistic looking clouds. Games are really starting to get good at that stuff. Like, really good at that stuff. I remember back in the day when they looked like crap. Now I step outside and I'm like, hey, these clouds look like the clouds in, you know, like Skyrim or something. And I'm like, wait, no, it's the other way around. You know? Unless it's Minecraft. Minecraft clouds do not look like clouds. There's probably mods for it, but I don't care. No, I was hoping to switch lanes before they caught up. Wow, we're really having some frame. I don't know how it's going to look on the recording, but I'm having some frame dips right here. There's a rest area. I mean, we're so close to the destination, I might as well just keep going. If I had like 300 or 400 more miles to go, I would have stopped there, but we're basically almost there. We're within 100 miles of the place, so yep. So I'm gonna keyword try. That's the keyword. I'm gonna try to start making videos on a regular basis again after my however long it was, 3-week hiatus or whatever. I'm gonna try. I can bypass, okay. That's good. Uh-oh. See, in real life, you know, you'd get over like this and say, there you go. There's all the room you need. But in this game, they're like, nope, I'm gonna be a butthead and I'm gonna stay in the lane and crowd you and you're gonna have to come to a complete stop. Just so happy. I am just so happy. I has Colorado and I has the Cascadia. I just so happy. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Just when my mood was starting to get better and the bulk of the mess I was in has passed. Like, it's downhill from here. Things are gonna get easier. So good timing. Good timing. And we're down to 65. I might as well just slow down because that other vehicle in the other lane is going to be going the same speed. I've noticed sometimes the AI doesn't actually go the speed limit. Sometimes they go 1 mile or 2 mile under the speed limit. See, because we're going 63 right now, and I don't feel like, okay, well, for a minute there, it didn't feel like I was getting any closer to that truck, but now, okay, now we're back up to 70. I don't understand why the buses, oop. I don't know why the buses in this game go slower than the trucks. That's always bugged me. Like, why? Wouldn't the city bus go the same speed as the truck, not slower? They do the same thing in Eurotruck. Like the little buses you see, they'll go slower, and I just don't understand. But you know, whatever. There we go, cruise control. Cruise control is my friend. I use cruise control sometimes even in town in real life. Like if I'm going down a road, because it's like in an area that I'm familiar with, and I know I'm not going to have a traffic light for at least a few minutes, and there's like no one else around, I'll put cruise control on. You know, like 40 miles an hour, 45, I'll put cruise control on. In town. There's no need to, but I'll do it. when the day comes, which I'm hoping someday it'll happen, that I get my first electric vehicle in real life. I mean, it's going to be a long time, but when the day comes that happens, I may not use cruise control for that, because it'll be so easy to get back up to speed with it that I wouldn't need to. Like if I'm going up and down a hill and stuff, and having to fight the speed and brake and things to maintain the speed limit. I don't know. There's just something about gas vehicles, like with the transmission, that it drives me nuts having to press the gas back and forth all the time, and it shifts gears all the time. It makes me nervous that I'm going to break it or something. With an electric vehicle, I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Turn left.
Okay. Did we stop on the line? Yeah. Could be a little better. I have to remember that it's not Euro truck. It's not a flat nose, but at the same time, it's not my W900 either. Because with the W900, I could see the nose. So it's gonna give me the illusion that I'm driving a cab over, but I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to hit things from time to time, because I'm gonna forget that I have a nose. It's just a small nose. I guess it'd be like if you're driving a minivan, because you have a nose, but it doesn't look like you have a nose because you can't see the nose. Okay, driving in the dark. There needs to be more street lights. Whoops! Did I just turn the engine off? I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
Turn left.
Had the wheel turned around and I pressed the wrong button, trying to get the camera back to the. Oh God, it's so dark. Can't see. There needs to be a street light back here.
Finally, we are here.
Yes, we are here. Finally. And where do they want it? Let's see. That looks difficult. You know, sometimes those spots aren't easy either, because you gotta turn around an object. I'll give it a try. Could I just pull in, maybe? From the back? I wonder. Let's see what we're up against first, and then we'll see if we can just, because if we can just go around, I'll back up and go around. Yeah. Oh, no. They just had to close the garage door, didn't they? They had to close they're like, nope, we're gonna cheat you and close the garage door halfway down so that you have the false sense of security that you can go around, but you don't. Thanks a lot. Okay. Gonna have to get a little bit in the dirt here, just so I'm straightened out. Oh dear. Well, no, we'll be fine. Maybe. That's always the hardest part, is when you're about to straighten out and you're trying to judge like when to fully turn the wheel over. And now I'm a little too much this way. think this will be halfway decent here. There you go. There. You got your stuff. My job is done. Ugh. It'd be so cool if there were people like in the garage working on stuff. But, well, I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night. There wouldn't be anybody now anyway. But well, anyway, that's done. My job's done. 700 and some miles. Wow. Almost, I got a timer. I can tell on the video is almost an hour. Wow. Well, anyway, I'm back, just without the webcam for now. And, well, possibly for a while. It'll depend. So, anywho, thank you for watching, and I will see you I forgot what my outro used to be. Well, I don't think it matters, but thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.